All right, guys. So I have sort of been researching something, and I really am curious if anybody here does anything like this. Intermittent fasting. Am I even saying that right? Intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting. Basically, what you do, there's several different ways that you can do it, but the way that is intriguing me is basically eating all that you want to eat in the day for 8 hours and then spending the rest of your day not eating. I'm somebody that needs to eat breakfast because I can't really drink tea on an empty stomach. So that would mean that I could push breakfast till about 10 o'clock. Let's say I eat breakfast at 10. So I would basically have to finish eating 8 hours from that point. And then, let's see, so 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So by 6 o'clock, I would have to absolutely not have another thing in my stomach. And then from 6 until 10 o'clock the very next day, I fast. So I can only have calorie-free drinks, water, seltzer, unsweetened tea, things like that. And then that gives my body enough time to, I guess, go into... what? I don't even know. I mean, I'm trying to read up on this a little bit, but it's sort of like this pattern of eating where it gives your body enough time to go into shock. Like let me see. Let me try to read this as I'm going. So your body, while your body is in the fed state, let's do this together, okay? You begin eating, okay, your body is digesting, it's absorbing the food. It's very hard for your body to burn fat because your insulin levels are high. Okay, so then when your body, when you stop eating and then your body actually has the minute to process food, the post-absorptive state lasts until 8 to 12 hours after your last meal, which is when you enter your fasted state. This is the point where it's much easier for your body to burn fat. And that's because your insulin levels are low. So basically what they're saying is we never, as the way that we eat today, give our bodies a chance to be without food and get to that point, that stage where it can burn the food that we've consumed, because all we do, we eat all day long. And that's true. I mean, if we really think about it, I'm not like a nighttime eater. Like I'm not somebody that's watching like a 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock movie with my husband with a bag of chips in my bed. I'm most certainly not that person. But, I mean, I'm not going to say after dinner every now and then I won't go picking at something in my pantry. I would be lying if I said that. But, I mean, this is something for me that at least at a bare minimum, I could look at myself and say, okay, so after dinner, nothing else. I mean, if this teaches me anything else, it's saying shut it down after dinner. So if you're having dinner at 5:30, 6 o'clock, the gate is closed and you're not going to have anything again until the morning. At a bare minimum, that's what I want to try to do after this. And where is all this coming from? A girlfriend of mine yesterday posted a picture on Facebook, and I quite literally almost fell off my couch looking at her photo. And I can't share it because it's not my story to tell. And I don't want to ask her if I could share it because I just think that's rude. Trust me when I tell you, this woman was a good 40 pounds less than what she was. And I was looking at the before and after pictures and I was like, okay, this girl is like quite literally a size 0 to 2 at this point. I mean, if she told me a 4, I wouldn't be shocked. But this is a size, let's call her a 2. She's a size 2 right now. Smoking hot body, looks fabulous, looks great, happy, sunshine coming in from the inside out. And I'm looking at her in this dress and I was like, what did you do? Like legit, what did you do? I need to understand what just happened here in this photo because this is like, I mean, 6, 7, 8 months ago, this was just not, I mean, you looked fabulous before, but can we talk about what I'm looking at right here? My gosh. And she said, I did the intermittent fasting, but she also did a little bit more. She took the caloric intake down. So she was at about 1,300 calories a day, which, I'm not so sure I'm ready to go at it that hard. That's very low. I mean, That's a hardcore diet. But she said she did something a little bit weird, whereas she would have a shake in the morning, which was about 225 calories or so. And if you're just really having an egg and a piece of toast, you can keep it within the realm of a shake. 225 calories for breakfast is really, that's an okay amount. You can still have actual food and hit 225 calories. You don't need to necessarily have a shake. So, an egg and a piece of toast, you can be around 225 calories. So she said, I had a shake in the morning, and then I would have an early dinner, but my dinner would be awful. I would do cheeseburger, French fries, pizza. I'm not somebody that could eat healthy. I'm not a healthy eater. She admitted that. I'm not a healthy eater. I'm not a salad girl. My whole life I was never a healthy eater. However, because I didn't have my lunch, I omitted lunch and I had a shake in the morning, I knew I could eat whatever I wanted for dinner because I was omitting what I was eating in the middle of the day. I don't think I could do that because I just don't think I could do that because I'm definitely going to need to eat throughout the day. I have migraines, and if I don't eat, I tend to suffer. So I'm going to just have to know that I have to eat. I will be able to eat throughout my 8-hour span. So if I start at 9 or 10 o'clock, whatever, I have to figure out how I'm going to do this. Because if I start at 9, then I really have to have had my dinner by 5. And that's you have to be finished by 5. That's kind of early. I don't know if I will be able to do that every single day. And I really want to try to commit to this. And I guess if you really think about it, okay, so fine. So if it's 9 hours a day, if I'm starting and I say, okay, I can't get it all in 8 hours. Can I get it in by 9 hours? And then I have the rest of the day, no food. I mean, I'm sure it will give me some value. I will receive some value if I'm saying after dinner, no eating from 6 to 9 a.m. I will see some results in that because I told my husband last night, we had a big conversation. I said, we don't realize how much we pick and nosh and, an extra yogurt here and there. And I'm not saying that we're horrific eaters. I want to bring it back to the beginning of the video. I'm not somebody that's pulling for a bag of chips. However, a Go-Gurt here and there, a yogurt, an applesauce, a pudding. I mean, I have all these like little things for the kids, and every now and then I'll go into the refrigerator and I'll take a yogurt. But a yogurt's 100 calories, so if I do 2 of those at night, that's 200 calories I shouldn't have had, quite frankly, if I already had dinner. I'm doing it out of boredom. I'm doing it because maybe I just want something sweet, and that's what I do to get that sweet craving sort of taken care of. And yes, I'm not doing the ice cream. I'm not going for the chocolate chip cookie. So I do feel like I'm making the better decision, but maybe I just shouldn't be having anything at all. And so this fasting is sort of having me look at it as a very different perspective. Like, no, Vera, you shouldn't be having anything after dinner. And maybe that's the right answer here. And, seeing that girl, and I told her, I said, have you written about this? Have you written about this journey? Have you, is any of this information on your blog? Like, I'm dying. I want to hear all about this. And, she said she hasn't written about anything of it yet, but I said, please do. I mean, I kind of got the gist of what she's doing. Shake in the morning, and then anything she wants to eat at night, even as unhealthy as it is, but nothing else after that. Like after that 5 o'clock meal, she's done. She's not taking a piece of anything, not even a piece of fruit after that last meal. And like I said, we all have to sort of do how we think is going to work best for us. And for me, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose my food wisely during my 8-hour stint, maybe 9 hours. I'm not going to do shakes and things like that because that never really works for me. I need to eat whole foods. And also, I'm very allergic to things, so I can't start with the shakes and the powders and things like that. I'm very allergic to things like health shakes. They always put stuff in there and I end up having asthma attacks. I'm not good with stuff like that. So I need whole foods. Like I need nothing boxed. I need to make my own stuff. Like literally, I am a potato and rice and vegetable. I make everything from scratch every single night because it's the only way that I can have control of my diet, to be quite frankly. To be honest with you, I have like a babillion allergies, so it's just easier for me to just make it from scratch and on my own. That way I know it's in everything. It's like literally from the ground. Okay, fasting. If you've done it, let me know. If you have any websites, let me know. If you have any Facebook groups, let me know. I don't know if I need support on this, but I feel like if I'm reading what other people have done, that always helps me. It always gives me an idea. It always makes me feel like I'm getting, I feel like when I see other people do it, it makes me feel a little bit better. It makes me feel like I'm able to do it if they've done it. Excuse me. So if you are in any sort of Facebook group, or if you know of any, or if you have a website of somebody who does it, I would love to see that stuff. Or even other YouTubers, if you know of other YouTubers that do intermittent fasting. Am I saying that word right? That word feels so weird. Doesn't that word feel weird? Intermittent. Intermittent. Am I saying that right? I don't know. This is happening. So my husband said he's going to do it too. And for Mother's Day, I got one of those bikes. This thing is like flopping all over the place. I got one of those bikes that, you know, what are they? Cycle bikes. So we said we're going to cycle bike and we're going to fast. And, you know, of course it's May, so we don't have enough time to get ready for the beach next month, but we're starting, guys. Who starts in January? That's way too much time to get ready for the beach. No, I want to start when there's only 3 weeks to go, guys. I'm a time crunch. I want to be on a time crunch. So I'm starting today. We're starting today. I have about 10 to 12 pounds to lose, and I'm going to try to do it by mid-June with intermittent fasting. I can't say the word. Intermittent. Ugh. Guys, I'm sorry. There's certain words I can't say, and apparently this is one of them. Intermittent fasting and my new cycle bike. So I will keep you guys posted. Till next time.